Alright. Have some extra time today, so we're gonna keep going with some more Last of Us Part 2. If you hear the fan in the background, don't worry about it. It's 100 degrees where I am. So that is going to stay there. But it's not like the fan is going to honestly interrupt our opportunity to enjoy this. So let's continue going. When we last left off, there was a good bit of story being accomplished. And for the most part, we got a chance to learn where Abby is now, so that's where we're going, is the aquarium. Looking at my notes. Hello, Hot Potato. How are you doing today? Hope you're having a nice Tuesday. Working at home. I completely get you. I'm the same way.
Dina? Jesse?
Zero, been hearing a lot about this game. Figure you're the one worth watching for it. Thank you very much. We'll find out. I haven't watched anyone else's streams of this. What may make mine a little bit different than everyone else is that I'm not doing this just for a review purpose. I'm doing it also to recap a story for.
Hey, look, Joel. It's your favorite.
So for that, we're not looking at this from purely a reactionary standpoint. We're also looking at it from a critical standpoint, and boiling it down to just its story. Hopefully chat plays nice today. Yesterday they got a little rowdy. Some folks shouting back and forth about whether they love this game or don't love this game. I don't mind that, as long as it doesn't get dirty and there's name calling. If there's name calling, I start muting people. There are plenty of places on the internet to go shout names at people. My chat is not one of them. Alright. Is there not a workbench around here?
Jesse?
Thanks, I'm glad you enjoy the work I do.
Who are those two?
Made subject, how are you? I don't know. If it's the evening streams, some people usually tend to make a little bit more time in the evening, but in the morning or afternoon, depending on where you are, whatevs. I normally don't even stream on YouTube. I normally exclusively do this through Twitch. I'm just doing an experiment this time. However, I can't do this going forward, mostly because you're not technically allowed to stream to both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. You can. I'm doing it right now. But there are repercussions if you get outed. Oh, you just recently found my channel. Well, thank you for dropping by. Be careful not to binge too many of my videos at once. I think it'll put you to sleep.
Night. Barely could get her to keep water down.
You should have woken me up.
Is she pregnant?
Yeah?
I get why you came out here. But we gotta take her back. She needs real care and she's not gonna get that.
Yeah, I know. I can't just leave Tommy here. He's out here because of me. Maybe you could take her back.
She's not gonna leave without you. Screw it. Let's get done. This aquarium that girl told you about. Tommy hasn't found Abby yet. I'll post up there until he does.
You good with leaving Dina by herself?
Her orders.
Okay. Let's go tell her we're leaving then.
I'll just meet you up front.
Yeah. Hi. Hey, babe. I need you to lock the door for us. Okay.
Let's do it. Your map showed the aquarium along the shore. Should be down this way.
Yeah. How does anyone stay dry in this city?
Okay, pause. Okay. So, as we're going through, of course, we're going to be typing up the recap notes and skeleton as we go along. So let's see. Jesse has suspicions confirmed that Tina's pregnant, so stays her back for a sec. However, Riley's concerned about finding Tommy, but Jesse knows Tina won't come back. Got Ellie. And so, opts to join her in finding him first. Okay. Where are we so far? 17 hours into this game, by the way.
Come on, help me up.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
Thanks.
What did you tell Dina?
So we're hoping to find Tommy at the aquarium. I didn't tell her you knew. If that's what you're...
I wasn't. This aquarium a wolf base?
I don't think so. Nora said Abby's hiding out there.
You get her to tell you why they did it?
Yeah. Joel had falling out with some fireflies. No, former fireflies.
What kind of falling out?
He was a smuggler, and they disagreed about some goods. Fight broke out, some of them died. Guess they wanted payback.
Damn. That change anything for you?
Nope.
I need to get clear on something. When we find Tommy, you're good with going home.
Yeah,
You'll be leaving some of those assholes alive.
Dina should be back in Jackson.
Okay. Good.
That's actually good dialogue there. Alright. Because at that point, she's making a verbal commitment of her intentions. Let's see. Yeah, I only play for like 3 or 4 hour spurts, so probably in about, 3 hours we'll take a break and then come back later in the evening and do 3 or 4 more hours. I always focus on doing a little bit at a time. Whenever I do recaps, unless it's grinding for an RPG or something like that, I don't like doing very long spurts. Things get very dull very quickly. Unless it's just one of those games where you just can't put it down. That's not quite the case here, though. Hello, Lucian. Lucian, how are you today? Alright, so Jesse's questioning how all this got started. And Ellie loosely tells him that they were getting payback. For a smuggling job Joel did years ago. Out in the south. And got a lot of former Fireflies killed. Just confirms with Ellie that once they find Tommy, they will be going back to Jackson. Regardless of how many enemies they leave behind alive, is actually more the point. And Ellie agrees for Dina's sake. Okay. Yep, let's see if we get 4 guys to spawn randomly in an empty room. I wonder if we're going to encounter any more of these weird animation glitches we've been encountering, like last time. And for those of you who are just new to the stream, welcome. As a reminder, be kind or be muted. You can say whatever you want about the game, good, bad, or indifferent. You can say whatever you want about the development studio, Neil Druckmann, Sony, whatever. You can say whatever you want. You can even talk about spoilers. Doesn't bother me. But don't start a fight with anyone else in chat. And don't name call, because you call somebody a name, I mute you. Don't have time for that nonsense. Let's see. The other thing is that if you're asking or curious about what my opinion about this is, it's okay. It's still an average game. It's still just an average game. There is still yet to be anything that's worth absolutely celebrating over. That, holy crap, this is revolutionary, versus, holy crap, this is an affront to God, we should burn it with fire. There's nothing so extreme. I've yet to see any justification for some of the hyperbolic stances people have been taking on this game. My working theory, as it still stands, is that this is some sort of revenge tragedy in the same vein as Hamlet, And if you're not familiar with Hamlet, basically, long story short, in pursuit of revenge, Hamlet and the other person who's opposing them for revenge for their mutual father's deaths basically get pretty much everyone around them killed. And it leads to self-ruination and nobody has a happy ending. That's how Hamlet is.
Shit. Locked.
Think we can cut through that convention center?
I think I could lift you over this edge and you can pull me up, but the game won't allow me to. Even though we've traversed environments that are taller than this. But you know, engagement. Alright. Let's break a window. Alright, nobody's alerted. Allegedly. If you hear a sound in the background that's buzzing, that's the fan that I have going. It is such a humid day today with all the storms we had recently. And of course now it's back to being 100 degrees, so now everything's just humid. So I'm running a fan. I do not care about the background noise. I'm personally wearing mostly headphones, so I'm fine. Yeah. Visuals are great. Definitely the strongest point of this game. Controls are okay. There are times when I feel that for the sake of extra animation, some actions take too long to perform.
I see a light through here.
Jammed?
Gameplay loop is nothing great.
Yeah.
Environment traversal is okay. Enemy AI is not great. It's good when it cheats, but it's, you know, nothing great.
Okay. Not happening. It's just checking.
You ever worried they're gonna come back to Jackson after us?
They just did.
What do you mean?
I mean, we're going through a lot of their people. In their city.
Because of what they did.
Didn't Abby and her friends come to Jackson because of something Joel did?
This place isn't like Jackson. I mean, Joel and Tommy helped Abby when she got attacked. These people are trying to kill everyone around them. I mean, they shot you on sight, didn't they?
Yeah. They did.
I think it's good that they have some dialogue discussing this. Welcome back, Busker. How are you today? Okay. Must be nice to be nice and cool over there in Wales. Over here in Texas, it is the typical 90-something to 100 degrees. And, of course, because it rained, it is ridiculously humid. Even when you're indoors, you kind of feel it. If it was a dry heat, no big deal. If you're indoors, it doesn't bother you. But if it's a humidity, it just feels like it permeates everything. You know?
How long has Dina been this sick?
Only a couple days. When we first got here, she fucked up a bunch of wolves. You'd have been impressed.
I bet. You don't cross that girl.
Hey, workbench. The thing that always is weird to me is whenever they do percentages like plus 85% reload speed or plus 40% damage. This is just the way my mind works. I find it a little bit more useful data if you actually tell me what it's plus 40% against. Like, give me a damage number. Plus 40% is a relative term. Plus 40% of what? Of 10 damage? Of 5 damage? How much is the raw damage of this to begin with? Is it worth more to invest in the damage increase versus a rifle? At the end of the day, everything dies in a single headshot, but... yeah, unless we have a base value telling me the percentage increases, actually not very helpful. If you give me like a little meter saying it will jump from, you know, 5 damage to 15 damage, I'm like, holy crap, that's tripling the value, that's amazing. But, who knows. So yeah, want to invest in stability, because if you can just pull off the headshots, it kind of doesn't matter. We use our silenced pistol a lot, so we might as well get that. Yeah, I know, unless they have a bulletproof hat. Or that one guy who just dodged 3 headshots in a row. I have to know his secret. He was like, if you join the cultists of the Seraphites. And he's like, okay, well, you teach me to dodge bullets? And like, huh, when you're ready, you won't have to. And he's like, oh my god, it's totally true. And then I came at him with a machete. Silent Hill 2, though, Busker, is... yeah, you're right, Boo. He was actually really good at pressing L1. You're right, I didn't even think about that. But yeah, Busker, Silent Hill 2, though, and the early Silent Hills in general, What made it so strong was that the town of Silent Hill was, of course, reflecting everything that was in your mind as symbolism. Every single enemy in Silent Hill 2 was representative and symbolic of something going inside James's psyche. That's what made that game so interesting. Whether it was his insecurity, his paranoia, his repressed sexuality, it was all significant, and it was all there, even including Pyramid Head. He played a symbolic role. That's why when James became accepting of all that, Pyramid Head just killed himself because it was no longer needed. He was a mental entity. Until he decided to sell out and join Dead by Daylight.
Hey, give me a hand.
Because, you know, Pyramid Head's like, hey man, I gotta work, I got bills to pay. They paid me for a cameo role in Silent Hill Homecoming. I appeared. I chopped a dude in half. They hired a different guy for the movie. You know, I said sure, just pay me the royalties.
The pregnancy.
And then they made a terrible sequel.
Listen, I'm sure she'll tell you about it when she...
That reminds me, do we have any upgrades on this? So I count 3 dudes.
I heard something. Let's scope it out. I got your back.
Don't worry, I got your back too.
Quiet.
You got it?
Big.
The trespassers! Cut them down! Let go now!
There were 4 dudes. Suppress fire.
Found them! Right over there!
Oh shit.
Get 'em!
Okay, how did you shoot me through that? That was shenanigans. I thought I had a brick. And I was like, I'm not throwing a brick. I botched that. That was on me.
I'm gonna find you.
Where'd you go?
That'll do it.
Thanks, Tommy. Or Jesse. You're not Tommy.
These wolves, man. So true.
You're at war with this fucked up cult.
I'll take the
What
axe.
you talking about? Seraphons or something? Seraphites?
Scars is all I've heard them called. You run into any?
No.
You're lucky.
Oh, this person has a machete. You know what we're going for. Welcome back, Mr. Machete. I've missed you. Crowbar. A lot of melee weapons here. Man, all the shotgun ammo. I should have been using the shotgun. That's fine. I'd rather have more shotgun ammo than I need than not. I'm just exploring, game.
Now what?
I'm not lost.
Maybe
I'm
we can
just
head down there.
sweeping. Game's like, you're taking too long. Stop it. Not taking too long. Alright.
What's up with all these posters?
It's a bunch of comics. Wait, what was happening here?
Gathering for people who were really into this stuff. Like you, basically.
We were born in the wrong time, man.
What a hipster thing to say. Because we're fighting wolves and we're not fighting scars, we have to be on the lookout for infected. Because for some strange reason, the wolves are just so lazy when it comes to clearing out infected. And then they're surprised when they get turned around and bitten. Can I get up there, I wonder?
I'm out of ideas.
We could try that.
Oh. Take a power nap? Cool. I'm with you. I actually took one early this morning because like I got up early, got some stuff done, and I was like, "Ah, I feel like I got up too early. I'm gonna take a nap. Naps, man, they're like the best thing.
What were you saying? Before? About Dee. You said she'll tell me when...
Once things are wrapped up here.
I guess at some point it'll get pretty hard to hide it. Do you know if she's gonna keep it?
I don't.
Wasn't there a perk that was like carry more arrows? There's craft more arrows, but is there carry more arrows? There kind of isn't.
Look at this mess.
The aquarium. It's right next to that Ferris wheel.
He's hoping Tommy has the same info.
I want to see if Tommy just shaking somebody going, "Where is she?
It's like we're swimming.
Tell me what I want to know."
Okay. We're in line.
Infected.
Alright. Before we go down there, do we have to go there? Or can we just skip them and go forward? We can probably skip them and go forward.
This way.
Okay.
But at the same time, I'm kind of wondering, alright, well, what's down here that the infected are guarding? How come I can't... Ellie, you can jump that. Give me a break.
There's a stalker over there.
Damn it, Jesse. I mean, he decided to go loud. I'm just gonna let him do his thing. There you go. He's got to work on his aim a little bit, but you know what? He was having his moment, so... Because I didn't break that silence. Jesse broke that silence. I was about to go in for stealth, and Jesse's like, I got this. Blam, 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 blam. I was like, dude, I get it. You're stressed. You feel better now? Appreciate the assist, I guess. Got 2 nuts and bolts out of it. It's better than nothing. Note to self, Jesse is a little impatient.
On the right!
I don't hear anything. Is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, maybe there's a safe down here, you know? Gotta consider that. If there's a safe, then that's cool. I don't know why there'd be a safe in a parking garage, but, you know, stranger things have happened.
We got more! Just ahead! Stalker!
Easy peasy. Man, there's a fresh machete
Okay.
there.
Now that's
Yeah,
it.
whatever.
This place looks like a dead end.
Yeah. I think you're right.
All this for a machete. You know, I would have been happy, but it is what it is. Hey, at least I didn't spend a single shot down here, so I don't feel like I wasted anything.
Go Team Jackson.
Fuck these motherfuckers.
Couldn't have said it better.
Busker, I like how the days after the game's huge backlash, people have actually processed it, really like it's not a 0 out of 10. Some agenda thing. Apologist videos are coming out. I wonder about that. Are the apologist videos coming from people who also reported on the leak and been like, this is a travesty, I'm not going to buy this game, boycott it, blah, blah, blah. And then they end up buying it, and they say, this game is actually a 0 out of 10, don't buy it, blah, blah, blah. And then a few days later, like, actually, this game isn't that bad, there's some good things to it, but, you know, I still don't like parts about it, blah, blah, blah. Is it like that? Pipe, don't need it. You think there's a huge move from Xbox fan owners? I don't know about that. I mean, I own an Xbox, and I don't give a shit. uh... I don't see anybody there, but as we know, that doesn't mean anything.
Think you can get through there?
Let's see.
I'm pretty sure most of the outcry wasn't from Xbox owners, as you say. This is just my theory, since we're just shooting theories right here. Pretty sure it came from an outraged fan base.
I would have come, you know.
I'm pretty sure it was mostly a fan base reaction.
I didn't think you'd be okay with all this.
I looked up to Joel. What happened to him was messed up. I would have come.
Jesse, you seemed like a cool guy.
Joel liked you a lot too, you know. He used to think I had a crush on you.
Really?
I mean, you're handsome and whatever, but I'm not into your type.
What, Asians?
Yeah, that's obviously what I meant.
I just have to point out, Busker, that remember, when The Last of Us 1 came out, there was a lot of deceptive marketing done for both E3 show-off as well as trailers leading up to the game. And then, when deceptive marketing was used again for the sequel, people are much more upset, even though it's the same thing. I would just like to point that out. Setting up expectations is a dangerous thing when it backfires on you. I think if they had simply come clean in the beginning saying, hey, this is a direct sequel to The Last of Us, that's why it's called Part 2, and also, I wanted to paint a tragedy. And if people, I think, know that they're going into a tragedy, then they probably would have tempered their expectations, knowing that, okay, I'm excited for it, but something really bad's going to happen. And therefore, if something bad happened to anybody, including Joel, they'd have been like, oh, that's so terrible, but at the same time, I already knew it was going to be a tragedy, so, oh man, just emotions, blah, blah, blah.
this in the kids section.
Mushrooms didn't exactly carry the same meaning back then.
I guess so. Did you have a favorite book as a kid?
Yeah, Battle Ghosts. It's about these space marines who fight off
Ghosts?
alien ghosts.
Sounds like something you'd like.
Okay. What about you, smartass?
Well, my mom only had this one kid's book, The Root Child, about this boy who turns into a forest to save his village.
Okay.
To keep things fresh, though, my mom would improvise different endings.
That's actually kind of cool.
This one time, the boy just let the whole village die. It gave me nightmares.
That's dark. That's really sweet she did that.
Yeah, Mom's a sweetheart. She's gonna go crazy when she hears about this baby.
Sure. I could see that.
Jesus, what happened up here? These guys really have it in for each other.
I think it goes back years.
Wonder how it all started.
Busker, just to comment on what you were saying when you were saying, hey, don't forget about the artists, don't forget about the actors. Nobody's forgetting about that, I feel. The actors showed up, did their job. The artists did their job. 100%.
Let's get back to the street.
Yeah.
It's also not fair to the game developers to downplay the gameplay, saying, well, gameplay wasn't the focus. Well, it kind of was. Especially when they said, hey, gameplay wasn't a major focus. Here are new elements and features we added to it. Here's what we did with the AI. Here's what we, did in terms of the combat. So it clearly was a focus. So if gameplay is one of the things you present, then it's up for the table for critique, suggestions, or improvement. It's like voice acting. If your game doesn't have voice acting, you can't criticize it for not having voice acting. However, if your game does have voice acting and the voice acting is bad, then you are allowed to criticize it. You can't just downplay saying, well, we only had a little bit of voice acting, it wasn't our major focus. Well, yeah, but you still made a choice to put some voice acting there, so it's fair to criticize the amount that you put in there and the quality with which you delivered. It's like a pizza place serving a salad. Yeah, the salad isn't the main point of the pizza place. And so when you get a salad at a pizza place and it's terrible, you can say this is a terrible salad. But then the pizza place is like, well, we're mostly a pizza place. We don't really serve salads. Okay, yeah, but you're still serving a salad, so I'm free to criticize it for saying it's terrible.
Got him! Sweep the area for survivors.
Alright, so are those scars hunting wolves?
Good job, boy. Sounds pretty bad. What's your chance?
But that's the perspective also of the person reviewing. I think when most people do reviews, this was something that I put in my editorial of why tier lists. Oh, we got a dog here. Damn, they're gonna get me in the line of sight. think it's a second dog. Because from my perspective, granted, I don't watch every single reviewer out there because I don't have the time for that sort of stuff. I don't even like watching reviews to begin with. I think that was a dog, right? Right ahead of us? I think that's a dog. Yeah, I think there's a person right in front of us with another dog. Most times it strikes me as just impressions. Like it's a person giving their impressions. And what do I mean by that? They're just giving how they felt about it. They're just conveying their emotions. That's their definition of a review. And, you know, that's fine, but just let me know up front, hey, just letting you know, I'm just going to tell you how I felt about things. The reason why is because some people, they're fine just understanding the feelings of how somebody felt about it. To them, it's okay if their friend just says, yeah, I liked it. That's good enough for them, and that's fine. Yeah, there's the dog person. But for some others, like myself, I prefer a little bit more of a thoughtful analysis. Okay, so you liked it. Can you explain to me exactly why you liked it? Or you said the combat was good. Can you define exactly what you considered good combat? Can you give me a relatable example? Can you give me a point of reference? Just saying something's good isn't the most useful thing. And that's why when I said, hey, when I do a review, just letting you know, it's going to be a critique. The entire point is to identify how something does it, put it on a scale of reference, and then evaluate based on that scale. It isn't about if it's good or bad, it's about what did it actually present. Everything's relative. That's something I like to say. Alright, this is a bad situation. We got a dog and a lookout. It's like if you're a cook or a chef, to be more precise, because there are lots of cooks, but not everyone's a chef. If you're a chef and you ask somebody, so how'd you like the meal? Oh, I liked it. Well, that's fine and all, but that's not exactly useful constructive criticism. That's not something I can take back and be like, okay guys, like, this was good. Because at the same time, I know you're just a consumer. You're just there to eat a meal, and that's your level of investment. But if you were to talk to a different chef, perhaps, you could be like, this needs a little bit more umami. Have you tried blending the ingredients this way? Have you tried approaching your combination process over here? Let me check your ingredient list. Let's take a look at the balancing that you had of oils, fats, sugars. Like, they can give you a little bit more functional analysis other than, yeah, it felt good. That's kind of where I'm coming from. Alright, where's Scaffold Man? There's Scaffold Man. Oops, there's the dog person. So the dog person and him approach at the same time. And they leave at the same time. Interesting.
Trespasser!
You want me? Come and get me. I'm up here. Cover our backs that way. On the flip side, not everybody wants to critique everything they do. You're right. But I'm on the opposite flip side, where I am one of those people that actually do like to critique everything I do. Goes both ways. That's right, come on up, buddy. Man, look at you, you're so smart. You're a smart guy. Look at you. What happened to my trap mine? Oh, I think a dog got exploded, didn't it? I guess somebody activated my trap mine and I didn't even notice it. But yeah. Boo, there are definitely people who just, that's all they want. They just want a thumbs up or thumbs down. They don't need to know a big critique or analysis. Ain't nobody got time for that. That's not what they're there for. There's absolutely people that are like that. And I'm not one of those people. Oh, come on. How did you hit me? That is some shenanigans.
You're dead, you hear me?
That was the last one.
Yeah.
This place makes me appreciate Jackson, man.
Me too.
But that's the reason why it's okay to have different sources. Like, if you want somebody who's going to give into, like, there's some people that do deep digs into critical pieces. Like, their analysis pieces are, like, an hour long. And there's some people that love it. They drink that up. That's cool. That's a little too long for my taste. But it's nice to know there's options. You know, there's some people it's like, yo, I like this game. Go get it. Because I said so. I know what I like, and I like this. Or, hey, I know what I don't like. I don't know what about it I don't like, but I don't like it. So don't get it. And some people are like, you know what? I trust your judgment. So there we go. It takes all kinds. That's why it's okay to have a variety of... If you are going to listen to reviews, just find people that are the closest to your personal taste. If you like the analytical types, go for the analytical types. If you like the verbose types, go for the verbose types. If you like the impression types, to go for the impression types. It's all good. The world's big enough to include everyone. Not everybody... There's not like an official standard for how all reviews have to be written. You know that. Yep, took that head clean off. I actually love dogs in real life. I'm much more of a dog person than a cat person. It's like, don't you feel bad for shooting dogs? I'm like, I don't feel bad for shooting dogs that are trying to rip my throat out. No, I don't. And also, I'm not shooting my dog, so I don't have an emotional investment in that. Maybe some people do. They have more open hearts than I do when it comes to things like that. But yeah. Not in this instance. I've already come to terms that this is a survivalist situation. Surprisingly, Jesse wasn't all over that fight. I thought he'd been out there going, blam, 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 blam. He was surprised. Like, I guess when it's zombies, he's not afraid to go loud. But when it's people, he's just like, you know, I got a kid to think about, and you know, I just don't want to take risks unnecessarily.
Hey, why don't we head up to that bridge and get our bearings?
Sure.
Yeah, good thinking.
I think Abby picked the aquarium on purpose because it's so damn hard to get to.
Maybe.
Yeah, sorry, Boo. I'm actually more of a dog person than a cat person. If it came to choosing a dog over a cat, I would absolutely pick the dog over the cat. Alright, we really don't have anything we can do with this. We haven't had a boss fight for a while, have we? Okay, this just went back here. Alright. Alright. Yeah, it doesn't mean I hate cats, I just prefer dogs. Don't put words in my mouth. Like, I've taken care of friends' cats before, and I've encountered really nice cats. Cats are also generally really nice when they're kittens, but man, some of them grow up to be just royal butts, don't they? But, you know, to each their own. I have a friend that's an absolute cat person. Actually, I have two friends that are absolute cat people. One has like 5 cats. I'm like, God, you're gonna be a cat lady. She's like, yep.
Jesus. How the hell are we crossing this?
We could use that road. It's pretty fucking far.
Or we use that.
Enemies always seem to have the resources, gasoline, and mechanics to have things like working boats, trucks, and heavy machinery. Why is that? Are we really that upset that our enemies are so much more proficient than we are, that they have all the engineers and the scientists and mechanics who can do this? And all we have are like farmers and
Strike
people who
here.
can raise horses.
So what's the plan? We take these guys out, steal their boat?
Definitely taking their boat. It's up to them if they want to get in our way.
Oh yeah, whenever I see a cat, I have to prod it. Like for some odd reason, it's like, oh, what a squishy little bag of meat and bones. They go and just squish you right there in your rib cage. Just poke. I think cats are like organic stress balls, and so you just kind of like hold them and squeeze them. It kind of like relieves stress. Not like throttle life out of it, but you know what I'm saying. Like you just kind of sink your hand into a cat. And it's like, oh, I kind of feel better. Yeah, I love how they can get like these tires, because tires are clearly not being made. It's been 35 years. I would love to see these heavy-duty tires under all these conditions and wear and tear last for 35 years. I would be amazed. How do they have working cars again?
Place is wrecked.
Alright. Alright, we're gonna get a spooky at this point. Okay, I thought that was a zombie for a second. I'm like, ah! No, it's just you.
Got it. Come on.
Okay, that's actually a spot where I could probably just jump over, but, you know, game doesn't want me to.
This way, come on.
Nice. I wonder if Tommy will get work done and start sniping over
Take the
us.
land bridge to the marina. The rest of you, can hold here. Wait for orders.
What the fuck? We're supposed to wait here while our guys are being sniped?
We have our orders. We'll have more than enough people to take care of one sniper.
See, this man is applying ration to a situation that's quite irrational.
Ellie. We can get to the marina through here.
No, we're taking a boat.
You heard them, right? They're talking about Tommy.
We don't know that.
Who else is it gonna
That could be any sniper.
If it is him, he'll be gone by the time we get there. Abby is where he'll be headed, so if we just
What if
follow,
he's in trouble?
he can take care of himself.
Ah, see, this is where the dialogue from before
Jesus Christ.
comes at
Best way
odds.
to help Tommy is to go after Abby. you do this, I'm not saving your ass again.
Ah, she's willing to cut past anyone.
I really hope you make it.
See? This guy has integrity. I'm gonna suspend while she's underwater there. Okay. I always like using a good however. I think I abuse howevers in some of my scripts a little bit, but that's because a lot of twists and turns happen, and however is the best transitional phrase to indicate that tonal shift. But I like saying however in this case. It's like, oh, well, she agreed that she was going to help Tommy, and even if that meant giving up on Abby. However, when given the actual opportunity, she clearly chooses Abby. And her personal vendetta, rationalizing that it's the best way to help Tommy rather than directly helping Tommy himself. It's not too much of an exaggeration to say that Ellie is basically going back on her word because of the previous scene. She said, no, we're totally here just to get Tommy. Even if I have to leave some of the wolves alone, I'm okay with that. And then, of course, presented with this opportunity, she clearly rationalizes that going after the wolves is the best way to help Tommy instead of actually helping Tommy. So, betrayal, let's say, is the right word for that. Alright. We're actually getting a little bit more story. It's only been about an hour and change, and we actually have story. Already better off at a good pace. Okay. Moving right along. I do miss having our canaries.
Got the engine back up. Where should I put in?
Park it on the other side.
Copy.
Base, this is Unit Gamma. Contact 4 soldiers.
Copy, Gamma. Stand by for further instructions. Over.
Copy.
You think this affects the raid tonight?
There's a guy there. 3 guys here.
Come on. Gotta end it. I don't know if this is the way.
Yeah, this is a good environment right here.
How'd they get past us?
Quiet.
Hey. God damn it!
Oops, that was bad. Okay, game. I've actually heard that scream before. I guess we finally recycled our screams.
We need to stop this now.
Oh man.
Nice.
Anybody got anything? Talk to me, guys. You?
Same.
Alright, I'll start sniping some dudes. Damn.
Hear
Missed.
that? I'll check it out. Go. I'll watch your back.
Skylar, anything?
All clear.
Go with me! Just shut up!
Motherfucker.
Alright. One guy below, one guy over there, one guy over there. Potentially. There's at least 3 guys I know of. Also, I could have sworn I dumped that dude's body in the water. I guess he still saw it. Maybe it floated. Alright. Can we work? Oops. I'll save that for later. Make a note that there's health right there.
I caught her! Right over here! Shannon!
Ouch, shit. Holy shit, what am I doing? And down we go. I thought I meant to grab her. I meant to grab her and use her as a body shield and kill the other two, but Ellie just went for the execute move. I was like, damn it, that's not what I meant to do. I kind of wish I still got the grab. Oh, good thing we know where some extra health is. Gonna need that just a little bit. Can we get the sneak on this guy? I think we can. Yeah, shut it is like her catchphrase. She was like, Joel's like, hey, when you knife people, you need to learn how to whisper in their ear the last words they're ever going to hear in life. And Ellie's like, shut it, sounds good. I think we're in day 3, Valentine. I know there's 2 above me. Potentially 3. Actually, I know there's 3 above me. I love that rubber banding AI. Just, you know, happens to want to walk right next to where I am.
Quiet. Fuck you.
Should be 2 more upstairs. Same lady. Alright.
Anyone see a siren?
Alright. I like an environment like this. This is a good hunting arena.
Anyone got a visual on her? Anyone?
Alright, so there's two people downstairs talking to each other. Where are they? Let's explore here while we're up here. Yeah, I think picking Seattle is actually kind of a good choice because with all the rain Seattle gets, and over the last 25 years there's been no, irrigation, levee building, so flooding would have been prominent. It would have decayed things a lot more. You would have had a lot more flooded areas. I like that. It's plausible. It makes sense. It also introduces the likelihood of there being aquatic environments. Now, I haven't tried it, but I don't really want to try it. If when you enter the water, how bullets work. If they still have perfect aim under the water or not. Because they shouldn't have perfect aim under the water. Because water distorts things visually. They should not have, like, 100% perfect aim at firing at me underwater. Games that do are cheap. That's a cheating AI. Can I snipe this guy from here, I wonder? Okay, who's looking at me? Who sees me? Well, there's two of them.
I'll go see what's up. I got you covered. Hey. Answer me. Drew? Hey!
Oh, this is where I wish I put the little 6x scope on there. Oh yeah, you're 100% right. Like, all this wood would have...
Right. Boat.
Yeah, I mean, all this wood would have rotted away years ago. You know, they want to go for plausible, not realistic. Oh yeah, the bodies do float. Okay, there you go. Can I grab my arrow back? Yes, I can. Sweet. Thanks. It's the boat from the intro.
Nice.
Nope, can't go that way.
Steady.
This is different. You know, driving level. I'm actually okay with this. I like when they mix things up. Breaks up the monotony.
Okay. No one's following. Right. Where's the Ferris wheel?
Oh, you know what? That's a good idea, Busker. If there was a day and night cycle, that actually would have been cool. Stuff like that's a subtle way to make things different. I wonder if there's like a hidden area we can go through. Frank, I'm probably closer to your mindset here, where this is just, you know, it's all average. This has just so far still been an average game. But it's posturing as if it's something better. A lot of posturing in this game.
I can go over there.
Like I said, my money's still on Hamlet.
Please go through.
It's like a little riverboat ride.
Now what?
All these pallets everywhere should give her nostalgia. Surprised she isn't commenting on them. Ooh, we got a safe nearby. 70 12 64. 70 12 64. 70 12 64. Alright, there's a safe. Where is the safe?
There you are.
I wonder if it's in that area that we have to jump across.
Okay. Where's this go?
Yep, right there. And there's a safe. And yeah, thank you, Boo, for writing it down. 701264. Let's see, can we make anything? Make a bunch of stuff.
All right.
Onward.
Here we go.
So the enemies actually all have flex tape. And with it, they've learned to preserve literally everything.
Kidding me? Come on. Got it.
Got a mattress warehouse. Looks like an area over there too. Alright, so we got mattress warehouse and we got this place. Oh, there's also a workbench. I guess it's just a workbench. I don't think we have anything we want to upgrade, but I suppose we can always work on the pistol because we use it a little bit more. I think fire faster is something that I would like to have, because all the enemies seem to fire faster than me. It's kind of annoying. Like, I pull out my gun and they shoot me, which interrupts my animation. And by the time I get my gun up again, they shoot me a second time. They kind of stun lock me. Alright, so we can clearly go forward, but let's check out the mattress warehouse. Or maybe there's nothing to check out here. Okay. Fire's over there.
Damn it. God.
F it, I'm just rolling on through. Nope, never mind, it's the end of the road. Actually, no, I can go through, can't I?
Of course. Would have been too easy. Okay. How am I supposed to get that shit out of the chain?
I mean, there may have been more supplies in that little Seraphite hideout, but you know what? They can keep their island. I don't care. It's like I'm doing a 100% completionist run of this. It's a machete, but I already have one. I haven't seen too much machete action recently, but I'm glad they're handing out machetes now a little bit more. I will not say no to more machete action. Oh, another workbench. Interesting, that one's a double barrel shotgun. Alright, just in case whatever's behind there is not super friendly. Oh, you know what? Let's see if there is anything on the shotgun. Nothing we can afford. No clickers here, that's for sure, Dima. Do I have something to jump up there with? This is about the tragedy of the human condition.
Oh, shit!
Or something. Oh, look! Gonna get some clickers now. Oh, that's a bloater. Son of a-
Sucks we're in Seattle.
Alright, bad call. Good idea to leave the mines there. Bad idea to leave the mines where I was. One. Shit, really? Alright, big boy's got a slug to him. That sucks how all three of my mines went off. Oh, come on, game.
Got you, asshole.
I'm a little bummed that I blew all three of my mines on a trap that I thought he would blow one up, then run into the other one like he'd kill himself, but he only...
Okay.
I guess I planted them too close to each other.
That damn Ferris wheel.
Thought I had a good idea. Actually, I should have thrown a Molotov at him. I don't know why I was hesitating. This is where the original version of Polybius disappeared to. There were so many bricks here, I should have just thrown a brick to stun him. Oh well. We made out just fine. But you know, Dima, we still didn't get a clicker. We just got a bloater. Not the same thing. So your statement still stands. Everyone knows Skittles can last 25 years and are still nutritious because everyone knows they're based on fruits, and fruits are good for you. This is a pretty swank arcade, not gonna lie. That was fun. Again, stuff to break up the monotony. That's all I'm asking for.
Okay.
Because, like, even his bow level is, like, kind of cool. Because, again, it breaks up the monotony. Something different. Hopefully we don't have dudes just, like, randomly perched that are just doing nothing but taking pot shots at us. That kind of suck. Oscar, this world's way better crafted than Division 2. What an interesting comparison. Why would you pick that game?
I can make it.
Let's do this.
Yeah, but the thing in the Division 2 is that 60% of the world's population didn't die. We just had terrorists take over some cities. Like, people were still living there. Still operating. Also, 35 years didn't pass. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's quite an apples to apples comparison if we're talking about the context of the setting.
Okay. Abby, where are you?
But I know what you're saying. I would like to say that the artists worked hard on both games, though. And, as a point to Division 2, unlike The Last of Us, the Division 2 does not artificially put up invisible walls on buildings. If you see a building with an opening, you can enter it. In Last of Us Part 2, there are many buildings you are not allowed to enter, even though you feasibly could, because the game narrative doesn't want to allow it. So, it doesn't put up invisible walls. If we're going to compare apples to apples. I think both game teams should be proud of the development work that they did. After all, in the Division 2, it actually is a city that you're actually walking through. You're going down blocks, streets, avenues, up and down apartment complexes that you can actually traverse and go inside of. It's a much more dense environment than The Last of Us Part 2. Also, the Division 2's gameplay pacing is meant to be more moment-to-moment stuff where there's something happening every 30 seconds. Because it's a Ubisoft game. But that also plays the strengths of both games. The Last of Us is a much more linear experience, but because it sacrifices openness for the sake of a much more closed environment, they can afford to have much more detail-rich, smaller focused environments that, yes, don't offer you freedom, however, have more attention to detail to attempt immersion. There's not like right versus wrong when it comes to that. It's just simply a choice. Are we gonna get a scene where, like, Abby talks to Ellie from behind glass? Are we gonna go for that? I really feel like I should jump on that. But okay. Thought for a second this was supposed to be a rope swinging thing they were supposed to do. Alright, clearly need to get on this rock. Let's see. Oops. Darn it. That's not what I meant to do. I really feel like you can jump on that, Ellie. I don't like it how I'm in a situation where the game is denying me the option to jump. It's not that I'm not pressing the jump button. I am pressing the jump button because the game knows I could jump up there if I really want to, but it doesn't want you to. It wants you to approach this rock its own way. Neil Druckmann said it best. He doesn't like limiting player choice. What he didn't tell you is that he doesn't like limiting player choice because he doesn't like giving players choices at all. You're going to experience my story my way, damn it. Alright. What's the way that the game designer wants me to solve this? Oops. I'm looking for a hole I can jump through, a rope I can use to swing. Wait, did I already explore up here? Or explore down there? I was here, wasn't I? Maybe not.
Where the fuck are you?
I guess I wasn't here.
Shit. Gotta be another way.
For some reason, I thought I explored down here already.
No. Jesus. Shit. Stupid dog. God. Fuck happened here?
Let's not go in open that door just yet. We have a light over there and we have a door over there. Alright, that looks like that might be something interesting. Let's check this door first. Okay. Oh. I guess that's what the story is.
Oh. There's a bunch of you. Shit.
She should lay a remote mine in every single one of them.
Owen. Really?
Ellie poops in their toilet and doesn't flush. She actually gives them an upper decker. What you didn't know about Ellie is that she's an incurable prankster. Alright, So get us a story cinematic.
People don't come back from that island.
How many times has Abby risked her life for you?
She chose this. I'm not fucking going there.
Then don't! Go back.
Fuck you. Hands up. Where's Abby?
You're that girl from Jackson.
Tell me where she went.
How do we know you won't kill us?
Give her what she wants and we're dead.
You guys can survive this. I just need her.
Bullshit.
You. Come here. Fucking get over here!
She should disarm her of her
Here's where
gun.
she is on this map. And then you. You better fucking match up.
What are you doing?
She's probably dead anyway.
It is not worth it.
Stop!
We can talk
Back
about
the fuck up!
Point to where she is.
Fucking point!
Yep, she let him get too close. I knew that was gonna happen.
Tell me where Abby is.
She's right behind you.
Fuck is she?
Oh, they're playing the music. The music that's supposed to make you feel tense. She's gonna chuck.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey. It's all right. Come on, let's go. Let's go. It's all right.
Alright, so let's recap what we got so far. Steals a boat. Navigates past the storm, gets the aquarium. I believe it was Mel. I don't know why I thought it was Mia earlier. I guess it's just bad with names, but Mel. They were disagreeing with Abby's course of action, but we don't know yet as the player what that is. Tries the Joel method of getting information out of them. Fails. Owen tries to disarm her, gets shot. Mel tries to attack her as well. Fends it off. Kills her. See, she's failed in getting the information because she was actually more like upset because when she killed Mel, she wasn't concerned about, you know, killing Mel or Mel being pregnant. Then she went immediately to Owen, tried to get something out of Owen as Owen gurgled to death, and then she went back and revealed, oh no, I killed a pregnant lady. Not gonna lie, I would have preferred if the game allowed me the option to choose. Hey, do you want to pursue Tommy or do you want to pursue Abby? And allow me as the player to make my own choice and endure my own consequences. To me, that would put a little bit more of a personal investment into it, so that way whatever choice you made, you therefore can receive the reactions from whatever choice you made. Let's see, adjusting Tommy, come in to calm her down, and take her back to the theater. Okay. Alright. I'm going to take a very quick break, just for a couple minutes, refresh myself. I will be right back, and we're going to continue on this adventure. Probably a new chapter at this point, right? Okay, so we are 19 hours into this game. We're going to be right back. See you guys soon. Don't go anywhere. Unless you want to get some water, in which case you should probably go do that. Okay, and we're back. So far, it's actually been a good session for getting story, because stuff's actually happening. Always a good start. Is there going to be a shootout here? Because this is arranged like this is cover. Are we going to be raided in our theater?
By the time we get there, this whole area will be thawed. Where are you going?
Needed some air. What are you guys doing up?
Couldn't sleep.
Come take a look at this.
Thought is to head home via Ellensburg.
We're in Falls City by tomorrow. We're doing good.
I'm not going with you guys. I want to go get Abby.
They got what they deserved.
But she gets to live.
Yep, portraying expectations.
Yeah. Is that okay?
It has to be.
I'm really not looking forward to going through Idaho again.
What you should be worried about is what Maria's gonna do to you when we get home.
We've been through worse. However, when I was passing through some ritzy section of town, come across this necklace. It sparkles a lot. I think it's real gold.
You think it's real gold?
It's real gold.
Let's see it.
I know what gold looks like.
If it's legit, can we say it's from all of us?
Ha! You find your own damn bribes.
How you doing?
Fine. Thanks for coming back for me.
My friend's problems are my problems.
You're such a sap.
All right, how about my friends can't get out of their own damn way?
Shit!
Jesse, stand up. Hands in the air. I shoot this one too.
Whoa.
Do it, Ellie. Get out of here.
Stand up now.
Don't you fucking dare!
Shut the fuck up. All right. Stop. Stop. Toss your weapon. Toss your weapon. I know why you killed Joel. He did what he did to save me. There is no cure because of me. I am the one that you want. Just let him go. You killed my friends. We let you both live. And you wasted it.
I was going to go back to like 1 week earlier.
Dad? Dad? Dad?
I guess 10 years ago then? I don't know. 4 years. Alright. Man, I got so much story. Alright, so... Sorry, I type really fast. I have a lot of things to say. So I have to ask a general question of those of you still watching. Is this the part that people didn't like? Is this the part that people got upset at? That all of Ellie's friends got killed, and then all of Abby's friends got killed, and so they're just mad at each other, and they're facing off now? Let's be real, she's probably gonna kill Tommy. Alright, so people didn't like that scene? Interesting. Narratively speaking, there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, Busker, I have to say, that's the part that's the most confusing to me. There are a lot of people that are saying Abby's trans, and that has never been established in this game at all. I can't help but think that might just be public sentiment, projecting biases. Either way, it's not factually in the game, so I'm not going to present it as such. And I know I'm going to get people that are going to quote-unquote correct me. You have to go through the next 12 hours as Abby replaying the same 3 days. Oh, you're talking about Seattle day 1, day 2, day 3. Now it's from Abby's perspective, and it's going to culminate between this moment now. Interesting. Is that what's going to happen? Do we have to go through the same exact environments, though? That's what I'm curious about. Do they recycle the same exact environments? Man. You know, people who was like, look at those arms, and like, you act like women can't get jacked. Have you literally never seen bodybuilders before? It's not exactly a weird thing. Alright, let's see. Abby followed them back, has Tommy at gunpoint. I'm probably going to... If this is a concurrent narrative, I'm probably going to recut it to where they both happen at the same time. Because that's what I've done with so many other games before, where it's like, alright, we did this amount of span, now go back, now we're doing this same exact span as the other character. It makes sense, more sense story-wise to recut it at the same time, other than just saying and following the same flow as the story. Proof being that I find that there are more times if you arrange things in a more logical order, as opposed to what the game presents it, it's sometimes a stronger story for it. Sometimes games have good stories that are just poorly told, or vice versa. Sometimes it's a bad story, it's just well framed. Alright, we're Abby now. It is 4 years earlier. Oh, let me note that. Abby is with her dad. So far, this is lining up to be Hamlet. What did I say? I know some of you are probably tired of me saying it. Stop saying it's like Hamlet. It is. This is so far exactly like Hamlet. I don't love Hamlet, but I'm calling a spade a spade.
Dad, come on! You can't keep doing this. Dad! Where are you? Whoa. Jeez.
We have no weapons but a bottle. Actually, kind of think of it, it's been almost 20 hours since we played as Abby. We only played her during the tutorial. See what I mean about parental themes, Abby plus dad? Sure, but again, that still goes back to what I said, like, this is Hamlet. Because all Hamlet is I'm really mad at you killing my dad just because you were mad that your dad got killed. That back and forth. And then all their friends die as a result of them struggling with each other. That's literally Hamlet.
Just missed it by 20 years.
Oh, wait, this is the same one we entered, isn't it? Yeah.
Here we go. There. Dad! Okay, how am I getting over this fence?
Probably by jumping and climbing. I really feel she could jump over that fence. Alright, There's a window, probably get to that dumpster, isn't there?
That worked. Can't get through here. Maybe I can get onto the roof. Look at that. 1978. Here we go. There. Okay.
Yeah, I'd have to say the boat level so far, Busker is probably my favorite part. That was fun. Again, the main difference is because it was different. I liked how they incorporated the water into the into that one building. That was cool.
Abs? You got a little mud on you there, sweetheart.
That guy kind of
So
looks
you-
familiar.
Where?
Right there. You know, every time you run off like this, they give me shit about it.
Come on.
Believe it or not, they actually care about your safety.
These woods are safe.
Dad.
Abs, she's been hanging out right on the other side of those trees.
And?
She's due any day now. We'll just check on her and then we'll head back. I promise.
Let's just make it quick.
See? I've got my little girl to keep me safe. How'd you know I was here? Owen ratted me out, didn't he?
He did his job.
How'd you get him to talk?
I asked. Hey, look what I found.
Oh, wow. 1978. Don't have that one in my collection.
You can keep it. If you promise not to pull anything like this again.
You got yourself a deal.
Why don't I believe you?
No reason I could think of. Come on, let's keep looking.
Dad!
Relax. You'll be back with Owen before you know it.
Wait, what?
Nothing. Just noticed you two have been hanging out a lot. More so than usual.
Oh, God. How long have you known?
I'm your dad. I see things. Like the way you both try really, really hard not to look at each other when you're around me. You get all serious. It's very cute.
I can't handle this.
And he makes you laugh.
That's because he's such an idiot.
I just like how he's extra nice to me now. He gets all nervous when he has to keep me in check.
So, you're taking advantage of him.
Me?
That head bob there.
Abs, look. Fresh tracks.
Wait, this is just your sneaky way of giving me a tracking lesson, isn't it?
I would never. Is it working?
Well, I mean, I found you.
Yeah, but you cheated.
You do what you need to do to get it done.
Wow. You actually listen.
You have your moments of wisdom.
Let's see if we can find anything else. See anything else?
Not yet.
Keep looking.
I'm looking to see the density with which it creates footprints in the mud. I always like looking at stuff like that, like when you're crunching through snow.
Dad, I found something.
Oh my god. She already gave birth.
Ew.
And look, 2 sets of tracks.
Dad?
It's her. Let's go.
That doesn't sound good.
No, she's in pain.
Dad kick.
Abs. Come on.
Dad, wait. What if they're infected around?
This area is clear.
You know they roam.
You brought your gun, right?
Of course.
Then I'm not worried. Oh shit. Abs. We've got to cut her loose. It's okay, calm down. Don't worry. I'm not gonna hurt you. It's okay. Damn it. It's really in there. Abs, come here. I'm gonna hold her.
Okay.
Calm down, calm down. Calm down.
Doc, are you around here?
Over here, Owen.
What?
Hey, get over here and help me hold her.
We need you back up at
Owen! Hold her. Come on. All right. You got her tight? Yeah. All right. Get in there, Abs. Steady. Holy fuck. Everybody's looking for you. We gotta... Hey, wait!
Dad! What's going on?
Come on. We did good back there.
Doc, that girl showed up.
What girl?
The one Marlene keeps talking about. They found her in the tunnels. She has an old bite mark on her arm. No signs of infection.
That can't be.
They're already running tests on her, but you gotta get down there.
It's intertwined with the brain. There's no other option.
There has to be some other way.
There's no way to remove the specimen without destroying it.
Oh, J is for Jerry.
She's a child, not some petri dish.
You think I don't... I'm aware of the situation.
And you're okay with killing her.
No, I'm okay with developing a vaccine that'll help save millions of lives. How many fireflies have died for less?
That was their choice. Are you asking me? Or are you telling me this is how it's gonna be?
I am begging you to buy in.
And what if this was Abby?
Look, everything that we've been fighting for, all the sacrifices, all of the horrific, all of that is justified with this one act.
If this was your daughter, what would you do?
Abby,
I buy you some dinner.
thank you, sweetheart. Look, Marlene,
Do it.
thank you.
I'm gonna go tell Joel.
Why?
He traveled across the country with her. He has a right to know.
Yeah, Marlene was basically Ellie's mother figure.
Surgery.
Raised her since she was a baby. There was never any doubt that Marlene loved Ellie and was very distraught by the situation. That was already made clear in the first game.
You're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
If it was me, I'd want you to do the surgery.
Alright, so got a bunch of stuff to go back. Alright, so they're back in St. Mary's Hospital. This is during that time 4 years ago. As it turns out, I saw that Jerry was that doctor and I as a test. They verify Ellie is the key to a cure. Roundabout, do I play games for personal enjoyment or to make recaps? Both. I'm definitely a gamer through and through. I love playing video games on my own. And I do like making recaps. Yes, oh actually I take that back. Sometimes I don't like making recaps. There are some games that I have not enjoyed making a recap for. I'll let you guys guess. But that being said, there have been times when I've been able to recap games that I like, and there have been times where I have had to recap games that I'm not particularly favorable of, but I still do my due diligence, and I present the story factually as is and do my best job to present the story in its most positive and impactful light. That being said, they're usually not always mutually exclusive. I like most of the games that I've recapped, but most of the games that you see me recap aren't necessarily games that I've specifically chosen. Alright, let's see. Let's continue writing some more. Alright, discusses it with Marlene, Ellie's mother figure. Marlene is upset. I was gonna say, allows the procedure to proceed. Sounds terrible. Allows the operation to proceed. Alright, Abby comes in, consoles her father by saying that if it was her on the operating table, she would have wanted him to proceed. after events unfold. Okay. I like how it gives us a gun, but we can't actually... Oh, we can fire. We just have infinite ammo. I do have to say, it is an interesting perspective to make Abby the daughter of the doctor specifically who you have to gun down in order to proceed with taking Ellie out of the hospital.
Is he still in the fucking building? Abby.
No!
Abby, don't look.
Dad! Dad! No! No! Joel, get up. Joel, fucking get up. Please stop. Please don't shoot. Joel, please get up. No! No!
Burning hell, pendejo.
I'll fucking kill you.
Whoa, what are you doing? Benny.
Cleaning up.
No. We're here for him. That's it.
It's too risky to leave them alive.
Too fucking bad.
He's right. We can't have loose ends.
We killed them. We're no better than he was. They didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, look at my face.
Fuck your face. You should have been guarding the upstairs like I told you to. Move! Back up.
Calm down.
Or what? Back the fuck up!
Calm down!
Darden! You shoot me?
Stop! We're done.
Abby. Oh. Easy. You okay, Abs?
Yeah, just...
I hope that's a real book.
What's up?
Been searching everywhere for you. We've been called up. Isaac wants us at the front.
What? Are you serious?
I'm afraid so. We should hustle.
We're leaving now?
Yes. Vámonos.
Okay. Fuck my neck.
Hey, thanks for giving me the room last night.
Yeah, who was it this time? That cook chick?
Nah, the weather chick. She's down from the mountain.
Oh, the scientist. Nice.
She's a little too excited about her job. Talked my ear off about some storm and I don't know.
Worth it, though?
Oh, absolutely. I can die happy now.
You should. You're never gonna do better than her.
I keep thinking the same thing. And yet, here we are.
Okay, got a bunch of story to write down. Let's see, stuff happened. Let's see. Oh, Father, become a Joel. Okay. So here's the thing, we're actually at a pretty good stopping point because we just did 3 hours. So I'm probably going to take a break now and go eat dinner. And let's see. Yeah, we'll definitely pick up more of this tonight. I'll gonna, go make some dinner, have some dinner, and then come back, play some more of this. Looks like we're now playing as Abby. So far, yeah, they've established the fact that there's 2 sides to every story. This is the opposite side. He was a father to somebody else, so by murdering somebody else's father, she went back and murdered that person who was a father figure to somebody else. Even though it's ironic that the first person killed the mother figure to somebody else. Which actually is an interesting conversation point, because when Ellie was exposing that Joel was lying to her about taking care of the Fireflies, she didn't specifically say, and what about Marlene? Because all Joel said was, I stopped the Fireflies. And Ellie was upset and, of course, scorned Joel after that point, but she didn't specifically say, but what about Marlene? I think that's kind of interesting. Because if I were Ellie at that time and I realized that my father figure was lying the entire time, and I know that my mother figure is basically dead during that same event, I would ask, did you kill Marlene? And force him to fess up. I wonder if we get a scene like that, or if it's ever discussed. I think that line's surprisingly missing, because that would have been a natural question for her to ask. If she's like, okay, you said you took care, you stopped the Fireflies. Did that include killing Marlene? I don't think it's enough to assume that she's saying that it's accepted that it goes unsaid, because, I don't know, she was already in the middle of getting him to fess up. It would have been natural. Okay. But I guess this is the point where people I guess is the point that people are upset about, if I can presume. I guess they're upset at having seen Abby's side of the story, where, hey, she was killing a bad man who did a bad thing to her own father. She was just getting revenge like anyone else. I guess they still didn't want to accept that. And then playing as the person who killed the previous protagonist. I can understand that leaving a sour taste in some people's mouths, especially, again, the expectations were almost kind of alluding to the fact that you would play as Joel in some capacity. People thought it'd be another merry adventure of Joel jumping in and helping Ellie on some sort of revenge trip, like maybe Dina gets killed or something like that, or Dina betrays you or something, and you gotta go get revenge, and then Joel was gonna, like, help you or something. And no, it turns out that, that's obviously just a misdirection. And we have this story instead. But so far, I haven't seen any evidence of character betrayal. Everybody so far has acted in a fairly believable and plausible manner. I haven't seen any plot holes regarding attitudes or motivations. I haven't seen that. I know we still have, apparently, a few more chapters to go because now we have to play the 3 days as Abby pursuing Ellie. And we probably have none of her gear, right? We'll probably just have, like, a pistol. So, we'll see. But yeah, people, you know, the trailers lied in the first game, the trailers lied in the second game. I think you could get away with lying in the first game because it was new IP and so people could rationalize it as, oh, well, you know, some details changed during development. Sure. But then when you lie on the second game, people already have expectations based on what you presented in the first game. So they're not coming from a blank slate. They come from an area of expectations. And therefore you have, in their perspective, betrayed those expectations. To me, I'm just pointing out the fact that you 100% lied and falsified a trailer. And I don't know, part of me just finds that funny. That they did the same trick twice, but the second time it blew up in their face. I almost want to say good, because I was one of the people that believed those trailers the first time, and I was upset at the game that I got. I'm like, this is not the game I was promised during E3 or the trailers. What the hell? And I'm like, God damn it, Naughty Dog. F you guys. And so when I saw the trailers for this one, I was like, guys, just as a reminder, they lied before. There's no reason they wouldn't do it again. 100% called that. Alright, but yeah, so far, this is still Hamlet. We have one person getting revenge for their father, getting killed, encountering the side character whose father was also killed through incident of the first character. And therefore, they're clashing with revenge and everyone around them's dying. I know it's an internet meme, but I almost want to say, am I the only one who is drawing parallels to Hamlet in this game narrative? Hey, Dark. It's funny that you're jumping in, Dark, right when I'm about to jump off and go eat dinner for a bit. But we'll see. I like how you're Rosencrantz. That's hilarious. I look up and I see Rosencrantz. Is there a Guildenstern somewhere here? But yeah. But yeah, we're gonna stop right here. And we'll come back in a little bit. I want you fine folks to, you know, get some time. I understand that for some this is a I understand this is emotionally distressing for some of you. It's emotionally distressing to see Abby's jacked arms. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We're going to play as Abby. If it is the same exact area as before, then I guess we kind of have an idea of what to do. I really hope they don't literally recycle every single area. Like you go through the same buildings the same exact way. That'd be a downer for me. That's what killed, like, Silent Hill 4. And Devil May Cry 4, where it's like, oh, you spend the second half of the game just retracing your steps through the same levels the first character did, and you just go backwards that way. It's like, oh my god, that's such lazy design. Recycling. Well, we'll see. we shall wait and see. Until then, I will see you guys in the next Battlefield, which actually be in a few hours. So come back and see me then. If not, whatever. Recaps as always, coming soon. And if you want to watch this particular segment, make sure to check my side channel, OBM Plays, to see the entirety of it. Alright, see you guys soon.